Lena and Crockett, 100.7 LEV. You know, today's heavy. It's heavy on our hearts this morning. Waking up and just trying to. I'm at a loss of words because you're trying to make sense of something that is senseless, that is becoming, unfortunately, too much of the norm. Mass shooting that occurred at an elementary school yesterday. An elementary school. This is not supposed to happen. It's happening too frequently. One time is too frequent.
Yes.
And it's very difficult to go along your day knowing this is happening and you feel helpless. What can we do? What are we going to do to prevent this from being the norm? What are we going to do?
Yeah, I think the way you just described it is how I know I felt yesterday and how my wife felt yesterday. Quite literally, I found myself sitting there thinking, what can I do as an individual person? And just feeling helpless. Where do you begin? Where do you, like, I don't know. I have a daughter who is anxious about everything. She's 6. And, we tried to not have anything in front of her yesterday that would show her that, or even suggest that she might not be safe where she is.
And that's the thing, you send your children to school.
Yeah.
It used to be a safe place.
Yeah.
When we drop our kids off at school. We both have children in elementary school. This was an elementary school. 3rd and 4th grades.
There's no way you eliminate everything. I think we all can understand that there's just not great people out there, and you're not going to eliminate everything and all the bad things that can happen in any number of places. But gosh, when these situations just keep happening over and over again, and the number of people that are harmed or hurt or killed and the families that are affected, I just don't understand that if you are a person in a position of power to make what I'm not saying what's right, wrong, or indifferent. All I'm saying is that to this point, it feels like nothing has changed.
All right.
Let's change something.
Something needs to change.
Whatever that is, that you are a person, there's 50 people in the Senate. What
are you going to do?
Find some common ground. Again, I'm not saying that everything has to be one way or everything has to be the other. You can argue what is the thing that needs to change. I don't
something
care.
Needs to be addressed. And I think you're being diplomatic with your reply. I think
find something.
Yeah.
That can change.
Yeah.
Because if we just sit and read these headlines again and again and again, how many times until
it shouldn't be the norm? That's what's so
exactly
concerning. So, because like Crockett and I are sitting here going, what are we? We come on in the morning to entertain you. We're here as that escape too. But we have to address this. I feel it would be irresponsible of us not to say something. We're not telling you to think one way or another, but we are taking pause.
Sure. I just don't.
As parents ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, I think about teachers. I think about I genuinely spent a good part of my night last night thinking, what, as a parent, what can I do? And then
Mhm.
I thought about, okay, well, maybe there's something in my school district that I could try to have a conversation about and start to.
Yeah.
And then I thought, which is great, but maybe some of the things that my school district can do to try to prevent something like this, the next school district might not. And how do we find that balance in between? And it just seems like there are people in power that can see a whole lot more than we can see.
Mhm.
Get with
Mhm.
each other, lock yourselves in a room. Maybe a poor choice of words there, but get to the something, deliver something.
Yeah.
You've got this position, you've earned this position with
Make it happen.
hustle, and I'm sure it sounds nice, but I'm sure probably having a seat in the Senate is not always the most fun position to be. There's a reason you're
Not
there.
always supposed to be a comfortable, cushy seat.
Right,
It's not. Things
right,
are meant to get done
right.
when you're in that position.
Do something.
Do something.
Find something to do.
Right.
Put your heads together. You're not, if you put any 50, forget lines, forget whatever. If you put 50 people together in a room and put Oreo cookies down on a table, not all 50 of them are going to say that they
Just
like Oreo.
it's
Like,
just
it doesn't matter what it is. We're not always going to see eye to eye on everything,
yeah.
but there is a there's somewhere in the middle
We all have to agree.
where
Something
we
needs to
can
be
get
done.
together and do, I said a
Yeah,
bad word, do something.
please.
Kelly, good morning. Adele, good morning. Aleda, good morning.
I want to point out, because you did mention too, your daughter is 6, and and that's a good parent going, okay, I know how my child reacts, and I understand my child's anxiety and how to address how you talk to someone. I heard from a specialist in psychology saying it is okay to talk about this. If if she might get word of what happened, and validate each other's feelings. It's okay to show as a parent that you're upset about this.
Sure.
Let them see that you are upset about this, and validate your kids' feelings, and let your kids' feelings, check in on your kids. It is okay to discuss this. And I commend you for saying that as well. Like, I know my child. I know how my child would react. So, you figure out what's best for your family. I was on the way home from visiting with family. We were traveling from Philly, and I heard the news, and I let it roll. I have a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old, and they heard the nitty gritty, the horror of what was happening, and I let it run, because I'm just like, this is happening, and let's discuss it. Let's discuss what's going on.
We get the news every morning from
Yeah.
FMZ, and even there, I'm sitting here trying to, whittle it down into a 60-second news story. And
Mm,
what do I say? What
right,
what do I want people to hear in a car? What do I think people should hear in a car? And what do
yeah,
I think about somebody who's driving their kids to school, or
sure.
somebody on the bus might hear or say? We were kind of talking about our kids hearing the news. We do the Just Start the Conversation podcast with therapists from St. Luke's, and I've had conversations about these kinds of incidents before. And one of the best pieces of advice that they've given is meet your kids where they're at.
Yeah,
Maybe not, for me, I know with Savvy, if she's got questions, I'll be there to answer them. And again, I think a big part of that is knowing what your kid's heart is, and knowing what their, parenting is going to be different for everybody. There's some kids that could hear that news and, unfortunately think nothing of it. And then there's some kids that will have a real reaction to what they hear. And so it's meeting kids where they're at. Kind of, what do you think? What did you hear?
right.
Like,
Ask
if
them.
you were to ask me questions, I'm
Ask
not going to.
questions.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and read her the news. I'm going to ask her,
Right.
well, what did you hear? What do you know happened? What do you,
Yeah.
and
We're
especially
here to
for, I think, parents with younger kids, maybe that's the approach to take if you are finding that there's a anxious reaction to this kind of news.
yep, listen and ask them. That's a wonderful, responsible approach. Meet your child where they're at. That's very good. We we have expectations for us to do
We have
here.
a show to do.
Yeah, we do have
Yeah.
a show to do.
Yeah.
As you know, you can join us anytime here in LAV. There's also a link that Crockett shared as well below.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
So there's a long list of GoFundMe places right now, obviously, with everything going on in Texas. If you'd like to donate, you can go ahead and check out that link below on our Facebook page. So,
okay. Come together, support each other. Let's see some sort of
love each other.
yeah,
Give
some
somebody
sort of
a
change.
damn hug today.
Yeah.
Text somebody. Tell them you're thinking about them. I've wanted to use so many bad words, which is probably a reflection of that I need to stop using so many bad words all the time. But man, just have empathy where you can, have sympathy where you can. Shishkabibble. Dave, good morning. Becky, good morning.
That's it. That's it.
Shishkabibble.
All right.
That's the
Much love.
safest word I can find right now.
Much love to you all.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us and letting us say it. That's therapy. That's therapy there. We hope you're able to process what's happening and hopefully something will be done.
Go to therapy. If you're feeling a certain kind of way, I've got no problems. I've been to therapy as an individual. I've been to a therapy in group sessions. I've been to therapy. There is a stigma that's around it for a lot of people. I would tell any person that walks through the door, go. Because
No.
I believe strongly that just getting things off your chest can go a long way, whether you think it's something big or not.
Absolutely. We go for a physical. We got to check. We got to check in too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Emotionally, mentally.
It's a mental oil change.
Yes.
Go get it done. You go too many miles, that car is going to catch on fire.
Right.
Go and get a mental oil change if you need it.
Yeah. All right. We love you. Thank you for joining
us.
Yeah,
we do love you. I love you, Selena. We love you. We're very lucky to get to have a platform to talk like this. So,
and thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. Everybody have a good day. Go help somebody out today.